Monday, heading to the gym right now. Have an apple. I'm gonna eat along the way. But last night I got 9 hours of sleep, which was really nice because for the past 3 nights, one of them due to my cat, the other one due to I think having the all those carbs, I didn't sleep well. So it was like 2 back-to-back nights of pretty bad sleep. And I woke up this morning after only sleeping for like 5 hours. And I was like, damn, don't tell me I'm going to like have bad sleep again today. I'm like, if this is the case, then like it must be carnivore or something. Like, why am I continually having bad sleep? And then which is just goes to show, like, when you're on carnivore, you tend to, or at least when you first transition to it, you tend to blame it and also put everything, like, if something goes right, you're like, carnivore. If something goes wrong, you're like, carnivore. But I put some earbuds in and earplugs, not buds, earplugs in and a sleep mask on, and about after 20 to 30 minutes I was able to fall back to sleep after reminding myself that whether or not I actually slept, I was just going to lie here for the next hour because it was really comfy. I mean, that's something that I found beneficial for falling back to sleep, because you have that little voice in your head like, oh, am I going to fall back to sleep? You're like, oh, maybe not, maybe I will. I don't know, after like 30 minutes, if I don't fall back to sleep, then I'll get up. I mean, 30 minutes went by, and then I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to lie here because it's comfy, and if I have to lie here for an hour, I'll lie here for an hour, and I'll call it my meditation for the day. So I just laid there for an hour and enjoyed how comfy it was, and then fell asleep. So that is a pretty good trick to use, is just make yourself as absolutely comfy as you possibly can and focus on how enjoyable that comfiness is, and you'll fall asleep. I had some nice blankets on, I had a fan blowing on my face, my bed was nice and warm, and I had the window open, so the room was nice and cold. And I just focused on how enjoyable that was, and put me out. Besides that, my Whoop recovery score is finally up to the green today, which is very nice, because for the past couple days it was in the yellow. And yesterday I had a little bit of runny nose, so I was concerned that I might be getting sick, but today I feel a lot better, my mind feels better, and I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to eat this apple, and see how the workout goes. Just got done with the gym. Good news is I'm not craving carbs, which is really nice, because typically after I have carbs, if I stay at the house, I want to eat more carbs. I did feel the apple, I felt the sugar, and I think it felt like, I'm going to interpret it as a bump, but I definitely felt like the rush of the sugar from having it, and my lifts went good. I mean, granted, I'm still like not close to optimal lifts, or like haven't reached a peak for a couple weeks, and each week I am increasing my lifts. I did go up from 25 pounds to 35 pounds on weighted pull-ups, and I also increased, that's 5x5, so weighted pull-ups. I also increased my deadlift by 20 pounds. Granted, that's still not much, but my deadlift did feel a lot better than it did last week, even though I am getting back into the movement. So I think I went from like 155 last week. No, I went from 175 last week to 195 this week. And I know I can deadlift 300, but I haven't done that in like 3 to 4 years because I've been doing kettlebell swings. So I'm just slowly working back up to it with proper technique, even though I did feel a lot better doing the deadlift this week than I did last week. Besides that, I mean, granted it can also be psychological, but it felt good. I'm going to check my Whoop data. I'll try this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then maybe next week I'll go and I won't have an apple before the workouts, and I'll see what that does to recovery, even though it is slightly different for I mean, it's hard to control all of the variables, considering that there's also other optimizations I'm trying to make at the same time. But right now, I'm tracking whether or not I had apples that day by just going into the journal feature and marking it down as added sugar, even though in the past I used added sugar if I added honey to something. So it might take a little while to correct for that correlation, but I'm going to be using added sugar for the days I have carbs, because there's no feature within the app that says carnivore, which is kind of annoying. Like, if anyone from is watching this, add a freaking customization button. Just let me customize the things I want to add. It doesn't change the app. So yeah, feel good. Did finally got my ab wheels like up to, I'm doing 3x3s or 3x4s every single time I go to the gym, and also sometimes at home. And it's nice just how quickly my abs have progressed. From a while ago, I did a set of 5 in a row, one set 5 reps, and my abs just like, I felt it for the next 3 days. I couldn't really do many lifts, and now I can do 3x4s, and it just gives me, if I flex my abs, I feel it, which is just a nice psychological boost to have. Like, it feels like you're making more progress when they're just like a teeny bit sore afterwards. And I also find if you work them out a little bit with the ab wheel, it can help on lifts for targeting the abs, because when you flex it, because they're already a little worked out, I feel it more. Granted, I'm not doing crazy high weights, and I'm still working up with proper technique to where those weights were, considering I just got back into weightlifting about a little more than a month ago. And before that, it was mostly calisthenics and kettlebells, which is not that heavy at all. Besides that, I make sure to end out all my workouts with bicep curls and tricep extensions, just to gain bigger arms, because proportionally my arms are tiny compared to the rest of me, which is annoying. Like, I tried doing chin-ups to fix this, and all the size just goes straight to my back. I try doing rows, my lats just get huge. So it's nice having huge lats, but I also wish at the same time my biceps didn't look small. Granted, they're extremely strong, but they just look small. So I figure 5 minutes 3 times a week and give it a year or two. Pretty small investment.